All right, live with the stream that the universe decided should not be, and here we are. I don't know how much this means to anyone else, but some of my Prime Day order stuff came early, and one of which was a new secondary monitor. So I retired my 17-inch non-widescreen 20-year-old monitor that I was using as the secondary. I don't have this set up quite perfectly. I literally just shoved that out of the way to get the new one in here so I could test it out. I do see, just like I was very worried, my old machine here is feeling the pressure of having to render a second higher quality screen, but I think we're going to be okay for today's stream. We'll survive somehow, and with any luck, this will be the last time, other than maybe on Friday, we'll be using the old machine. The new one will hopefully build together nicely and not have any issues, and happy days ahead. So we are picking up right where we left off in Final Fantasy. We had just finished another task set to us by the electors, and it seems that the worm has broken free here, and we are picking up right there where we left off. I do notice my lighting situation here is worse than even normal. I look very red. We're just going to survive. We're going to survive tonight. I'm going to look really red. You can just imagine I'm red because it's so hot here. Alright, let's see what's going on. Camp Crusader, welcome in, man. Let me see, am I allowed? Now that I have this beautiful second monitor, I'm going to have to fiddle with that later. I want to make that a smidgen bigger. We will play with it later. Welcome in, man. Alright. Alphino, what do you know? Good, you're back. There's much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate the sudden surge in ether, there were already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone's preoccupied with treating the wounded. Pray, catch your breath and lend a hand where you can. You may now enter Warkozak with the party of NPCs. Yep, okay. Okay, Alfie, I caught my breath. Echoes of madness. Alphino would enlist your aid in checking the injured Haktoi. If you are ready, there are many injured here who need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from the wounds, I ask you to alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending whoever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen the people's hurts. Alright, let's go check some people out, make sure they're okay. You'll be fine. Just try to avoid sudden movement so you don't reopen your wounds. What happened that the people got hurt? It's like an explosion? Well, you're not looking too good, friend. Oh, my wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat. It's as if all the moisture has left my body. You gotta grab some Gatorade, man. Gotta stay hydrated. Alfie's fine these days. He's way better than he used to be. People are too hard on the kid. Once we've treated the wound, I'll have everyone meet at the spot where we were talking earlier. Alright. Giant serious moment. Flying cactus. Sure. That's Final Fantasy for you. Zerferlar. Oh, everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony. Yet I'll live. Leave me, there are others in more dire need of help. Alright. Uri, what's up? Oh man, I have to remember the names. Valley Garmanda's escape is of dire concern. We must needs tend to those caught in the conflagration. Many of the villagers sustained burns, but fire found no purchase in these stone buildings. A small mercy. Yeah. Worked out. Oriange says fire ether pervades the entire village. What happened here? Well, obviously the worm broke free, and he controls ice and fire, so I think we can make that leap of judgment there. Looks like we have to go back up top. Too short. I can't jump all these ledges like I can in most towns. Looking pretty nice. You, the third promise's protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. Alright, everyone's alright. Back down this way. I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert then? Yeah. Really could use a drink or two. That as well. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did the fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I've healed the giant attacked by the mountain bird, the group's leader, Vorporlor, I believe him called, bade me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of ether and returned to find Warlar as Echo in this state. Man, these names. These names are going to kill me. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same thing, the same warning. Valagamaranda has broken free. Thus I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Yes, we should speak with the Temple Guard and see what's become of Skyruin's prison. I wouldn't mind doing it by pugs, but the queue times, since I've been doing Viper, were ridiculous. So if I'm not able to grab an FC tank or healer to get me through the queue, I've just been going with the NPCs. Yeah, I wouldn't mind even doing it with people if someone's available, but just because no travel at the moment, I think that's still turned off, and just people aren't around. So I do have other classes ready to go, so I made sure that Warrior is good to go and Red Mage too, but Warrior's what would get me through the queue. So I may flip over to Warrior if we have a dungeon or something, just so I can queue it easily. Whatever answers exist await us inside the temple. The High Luminary will have returned by now. Hopefully he's found out more than we have. They did say the prison was beginning to fail, but I was certain it would hold on for a few years at least. What, was I mistaken? Yeah, some idiot probably messed with it. I would be glad to learn that this is some misunderstanding. A futile hope by the look of things. Yeah, I don't think it's a misunderstanding, Alfie. We need to find out exactly what's going on. Yep, that's the plan. The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within.
What happened?
Worm's gone, yo.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar,
them what you told me. A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Oh, I'm echoing. That's our first echo of the expansion, I think.
Who enters this hallowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed
Okay,
you.
if you're unleashing things like that, we're gonna have to put you down.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Kulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul.
I feel like we should have had a little better security here.
The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
You mustn't!
Wow, your security, dude. A guy yelling you mustn't. Okay, I feel like you guys were really lax on this one. I'm gonna say.
Rise and rage, little terror.
Peace, I'm out.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
Yeah, I don't think you just, like,
You
get the throne.
unleash
Like, they'd never let you
calamity
do
for
it.
your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
You know, I was just gonna take the cost of that taco out of his hide, but I think I'm just gonna go for the whole thing at this point.
A messenger to Tuli Yolor has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him!
So, What's the plan?
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anyone who abandoned this situation is basically out of the running.
So that's that. I will stay and fight Vali Yarmanda.
Okay, well, you're not particularly useful, but your heart's in the right
This is
place.
an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
I'm a bit of a monster slayer. Don't worry about this. I got it. This is the kind of challenge I live for. Finally, some entertainment in this new world.
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
And what will we do? One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
Yeah, you're obviously gonna help. It's alright, he's a good kid.
If you're resolved to slay Vali Garmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Like we don't even like converse with them. We're like, yeah, we got this. Don't even worry about it.
Inform the Pelo of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Yeah, you guys are a little culpable in this too. Like, how did you literally have a dude that just like let it happen? You didn't even like try to stop the guys. Like, oh no, please don't. Oh, he did it. That was pretty weak sauce there, guys. That was pretty weak sauce. When I said I would take on the duties of a guide, I did not include tracking the ancient and terrible Tirol Vidrol. Still, we can't leave Vali Galmanda free to ravage the land. Should the claimant reckless enough to free Skyru and become Dawn Servant? What would become of Toyolo? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That fiend Bakajaja, he's rotten through and through. There's nothing blessed about him. Two casters releasing spells of fire at the exact same moment. A feat impossible for any but a two-headed Mamaja. I don't mind it being slow action during MSQ, as long as it's interesting. I will say it was a bit dry for a lot of Dawntrail up till now, so hopefully we're starting to kick off the action. Sir, so, Aaronville, any idea how we can track Vali Mandada? A tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There's a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain the Skyrune's whereabouts far more quickly. Though a Turalvidral of extraordinary nature, Vali Garamandra is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. What do you got? Right. A floating hand? Now's not the time to be playing with toys. Yeah, I'm with Luke Lamont for once. This is no toy, it's an ether seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the ether of living things. And you've had that in your pack this whole time. I can calibrate to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Vali Garamandra is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valimandra from its icy imprisonment, Baku Jaja cast spells which quicken the fire aspect ether, and the residents were uniformly affected by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Vali Garamandra unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice is plain, fire. The Seeker, however, is not without faults. As we were not able to input our core's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire-aspected ether. So, we have a reliable yet slow method of information gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner tool. I say, why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea. We'll have the first to fall back to the second if it fails. You travel with me then, Babel, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. Aaronville, we're gonna have to put you through like a training montage, man. Like, we're gonna fill your backpack with sand and make you like climb up and down the mountain or something. We gotta get you in shape. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Skyruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one objects, then I shall be here in the village and tend to the Yakui. Very few are seriously injured, but I'm wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Valigarmanda. I should like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. Yeah, I mean, it could like shift their etheric balance to fire, but it should go back to normal as long as the ether around here goes back to normal. Right, it sounds like we all have work to do. I can't believe I literally have this pet. Maybe I should get it out for this, so we can have two of them. Maybe that'll speed it up. Montage always reminds me of the Team America's montage song. Any good training montage. Like, we'll have him run up the steps, and then, like, he can punch some, I don't know, frozen meat or something. It'll be good. It'll be good. Get him on some protein shakes. We'll make something of this kid yet. We should be on our way as well. An echo of madness. Yeah, Mr. Two-Head's gonna be Mr. No-Head when I catch up with him. It's one thing to be kind of a jerk. It's another thing to, like, literally put people's lives in danger. Ether Seeker. I'm literally gonna get that dumb pet out. Where is that thing? I don't think it's called Ether Seeker in here. There it is, right here. Wind up cursor. Alright, we have double power now. Unfortunately, they disagree, so this could be a little awkward. Please specify desired etheric aspect. Pointing the way. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the Seeker to detect fire-aspected ether. Yep, lots of fire ether in the air, that's for sure. I want to say, considering this is a Realm Reborn mount, I really like this thing. They did a really nice job on him. And with the new graphic update, I mean, just a little bit of better texture really made him glow up quite a bit. Right, the Seeker is ready to go. Oh, hey, look, they agree. Warlord's Echo is still suffused with Skyruin's residual ether, so I've excluded it from the searcher to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Okay. Follow it without falling behind. Alright. Affirmative. Tracking the nearest source of fire aspected ether. Is it going to be that one? Because I feel like it's going to be that one. Beep, source of aspected ether located, tracking disengaged. Not quite the legendary creature that we're after. Would you mind dealing with the fire spirit? It will continue to confuse the Seeker if we leave it be. That was a nice little battle intro. Alright, yep. I got it, man. Don't worry about it. Remembering always starting with number 2 to get my debuff going. My muscle memory does not like that. My muscle memory says, no, you always start with number 1 first. And because it's kind of a left-right flank behind thing, I really don't want to move that. It kind of makes it a little bit awkward. You can probably see on camera, my eyes have to flick down quite a lot still. I definitely don't have any muscle memory for this class yet. Easy peasy. Alright. Want me to just go hunt them all down, or are we good now? Unnecessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Affirmative. Tracking nearest source of fire aspected ether. We're gonna go to his old ever-burning scars too that we looked at, because those should definitely be fire ether. Oh, you know, there was a patch yesterday. I totally forgot to see what changed. If memory serves me, didn't they relax some of the directionals here? I guess I'll just play as if they still exist. It won't really hurt. Well, that's a little something. Oh, look at that guy! Source of fire aspected ether located, tracking disengaged. This is looking pretty good for a reused model. Frightening enough, but again, it was not what we're looking for. If you would be so kind. Look. Take after Kryl. Kryl's like, yo, I need to get a combat class leveled. I think it's time that you do too, man. Like, I hope you're realizing this. Because this is shameful. I'm gonna whip this whole party into shape this expansion. You better believe it. We're gonna have a group of cold-blooded heroes coming out of this by the time we're done here. We'll get them all fixed up. Man, that feels so nice and smooth. They did a great job on the animations. Viper melee range got increased to 5 yalms from 3. Nice. Yeah, that is actually kind of nice. Yeah. You don't have to be up close and personal. It doesn't really matter. My thanks. I'd asked if it gave you any trouble, but considering who I'm talking to... Seeker, resume tracking, and do try to point out something useful this time. Affirmative, re-engaging tracking. Look, it's not the tool's fault that you can't do this, man. What is the saying? Only a poor craftsman blames his tools? I will say, I'm not a huge Aaronville fan, at least yet. But he was kind of a bro when we were frogs, so he at least gets the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I knew we were going to end up here. Source of fire expected ether located, tracking disengaged. Yeah, this is from last time he was out, I assume. Or is this a fresh one? Another remnant of Valigarmanda's last rampage. The crater's flames registered as to the Seeker as corporal ether. In the words of the Troll saga, when Valigarmanda rages out of control, its fires burn forever, its ice does not thaw, and its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Sky Ruin's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is strange to see such fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample to the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy one moment. Alright, well that's at least something. Dip your finger in it just a little bit, like ketchup. There, now the Seeker should ignore any etheric signal but Valimagodra's. Had I realized it was possible in the start, you needed to fight all those creatures. Yeah, it's fine. It's combat content, don't worry, man. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey, as a gleaner and as a guide. Yeah, what combat class are you gonna level? Like, we need to get on this. Maybe Bard? You could do Bard. You seem like the type. The Sky Ruin. This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely to Valigarmanda's ether. Man, I'm gonna kill this thing before I'm able to say its name. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Affirmative. Resuming tracking. Meep. Sample etherical signature detected engaging accelerated pursuit mode. That's accelerated mode. Man, having a second mode, I'm not quite where I need it to be. Oh, that was probably a bad choice. That was a bad choice because I was in combat. Oh, all the way in limbs, Ripperoni. Wow, I don't think I have died to going off a cliff in combat in literal years. Wow, Ripperoni. As I was saying, having a second monitor that actually has some space, oh my goodness, I can actually read chat. And when I figure out how to actually make this slightly larger for my poor old man eyes, this is going to be so glorious. I'm already catching way better on chat than I normally do. So maybe that doesn't say much, but definitely is already helping. Alright, so, as we learned, everybody, make sure you're not in combat when you jump off of cliffs. You'll always be safe if that is the case. Hey, bro, what's up, man? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The well thing is, I still don't have a day. So, allegedly, at this point, it's going to be next week. Allegedly. Yep. I feel like my entire life is on pause while I'm trying to schedule this stupid will thing. Hopefully, it's not too hot and they're able to get the work done relatively quickly. And then the plumber can come out and install the pump quickly. And then the carpenter can come out and do the pump house work I need done quickly. So hopefully, within like 2 weeks, this will all be done. Because it has already been like 3 weeks. It has been ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Thank goodness I'm limping by on water. Like, I haven't gone dry. Or I'd be in a lot of trouble. Good! The Seeker was drawn directly to Sky Ruin's fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters for the etherical aspect. I'll try increasing the threshold for etheric concentration. That should direct us to the Tural withdrawal itself. Recalibrating sensor, resuming tracking. In other news, I did get some of my Amazon Prime Day order came a day early, which was a little bit of a surprise because I told them to hold everything for one shipment. But I do have the new monitor. I don't know if you were in here when I was just talking about that, bruh, but man, it's going to help me actually be able to read chat so much better. Like, I once I can resize it a little bit better, and I think I'm going to change the position slightly. I literally just slid the old one out of the way, plugged this one in so I could stream because I'd already pushed the stream back 4 hours. But yeah, I can already see that it's going to be so nice. I'm very happy with the quality. I went with just a pretty cheapo thing. I just wanted something that was about the same size and resolution as my main monitor, which was a pretty expensive monitor. But I have to say, the color balance is a little different, but it's not like bad, it's just different. And yeah, the quality is not bad at all. I'm very impressed. Very impressed with it. I saved like $40 on Prime Day too, so very happy with that. I think we'd notice if Valigarmanda was inside the passage. Let's head through to the other side. Yeah, I don't think he's literally going to ambush us in the cave. I also got the new case I'm going to be building my machine in. Supposedly the rest of my parts will be here tomorrow. And maybe even on Friday we'll be streaming on the new machine. I don't know if I'll have time to build it, get everything like updated, installed, etc., and then get OBS set up to a point where I could actually use it. So I may have to do Friday's stream on this machine and then do the swap. We'll see though. We'll see. I sure would like to do that because I can't use the new mic on this computer. That was one of the holdups. I don't have a high enough speed USB. That's how old this machine is for the mic. So with the new one though, look forward to it. New microphone. I did go with the Elgato Wave 3. I'm sure you'll see it. I also, since we had delayed that and the money from YouTube has accrued a little bit, I also got a better webcam. So this complete junker that's making me look like a tomato at the moment, I have a better one. Should be a lot better. And it'll actually have software I can use. This one's drivers barely even work. So I can't even like fiddle with it. So that should be pretty nice. Don't need it for all my content, but you know, it'll definitely look better when I use it. And supposedly, with the new RTX card, they have some software that can do background removal without a green screen via NVIDIA AI. We'll see if that's good enough, and if it's not, I may consider green screening, because when I play a lot of the strategy type games, I don't like having... I don't like having this box on the screen. I wouldn't mind if it was just my outline. And with the new camera, I should get a better view, so it won't just be a headshot. It'll be a lot nicer, hopefully. Etheric signal lost. Was he in the lake? Did he switch aspects? Well, it's defective. We have to send it back.
The trail ends here, it seems. Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all.
Or it's right below or above us.
In any case, I'm almost certain the Vitral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor.
Warkor Lardor.
We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Roger. Are we gonna use our link pearls? Nice. It always feels like such a plot hole when we don't use our link pearls when we're in important situations.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vitral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So if we'd been able to keep it caged up, it would have just starved
So
to death?
Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop! That mountain is sacred ground.
Okay, are you literally gonna be this stupid
forbid
too?
you to set foot on it.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
You guys can come with. I'm fine with that.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
Yeah, people often
If you doubt their
underestimate me.
chances, how would you feel were we to join them? The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
What? 7?
7 weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
I'm getting a little tired of your negativity, man. Jump on this train or get out of the way.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead. A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome.
This dude definitely has some self-confidence. He's like, yeah, I'll be
I will
back by
take the
breakfast.
measure
Don't
of
worry
his
about
Tural
it.
withdrawal my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
And I never asked for permission either, so I'm just saying.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuli-Yolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace.
They really don't want
If
peace,
you would
so...
hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
don't drag me into this one. I definitely not.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone.
I do really like this armor that they've got.
We are still in her debt. This is true. Consider the debt repaid.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
Blood Angel Space Marines.
I ask your name.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
He's not impressed.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Assuming you survive, my old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Wait, not gonna help?
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird.
Yep, Camp pretty much has it. We were hired to help her succeed the
Sky
throne.
Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down.
Money well
for
spent
good.
on her part, I think. Money well spent on her part. So, we have to go around and complete some tasks for these electors to get keystones, essentially. And once we have the keystones, we have to find the City of Gold. And whoever does that will be the next leader of the continent, or nation. During this quest, when using due support system... Yeah, okay. Do I even want to look and see how ridiculous the queue is going to be? Yeah, let's small talk first. I knew Kanoa wouldn't rush off to leave the others to deal with a creature like Valigamandanta. It hath been some while since I last joined thee in battle. Indeed, so full have been our days upon these shores, it doth seem a lifetime has passed. What is on your mind, brother? Valigalmandra will demand our undivided attention. Let's hope Zoral Jah has nothing sinister planned. I've never faced anything this powerful before, but I swear I won't hold you back. Yeah. You're trying your best, Cryo. You keep going. Level up that combat class. Unlike you need to really get on that. You and yours have journeyed to the edge of existence and back. I'm sure defeating this overgrown snake bird is well within your capabilities, yet I bid you to be cautious all the same. Alright, you get a second point for actually recognizing, like, that we got this. So, 2 points for you, man. Even Papa may not have been able to slay Valigramandra, but with the Dawn's promise and our allies fighting together, I believe we can do just that. Well, it's also been starving to death for 80 years, so, I mean, not to take away anything from our victory prematurely, but we're literally killing like a starving wolf. That the future Dawn servant should ignore my counsel to indulge a whim is vexing. Yeah, I don't trust you at all either, man. You seem like you are like the evil behind the throne type person. Just saying. Watching you. We needn't speak. Alright, well, be a dick about it then. I don't have to save you when the time comes. Okay, let's see. Trials, Dawntrail, 93. Let's see what it would be. Claiming it would be 5 minutes. I don't honestly want to wait around 5 minutes, if I'm being honest. Let me see if I can grab an FC tank to give me a ride. Ride into... and if nobody does, we'll just go in with the trust. It's fine. You get a little extra commentary from people, which is kind of nice to get. Give them just a second here. We're basically mercenaries. Yeah, I'd say that's fair enough. I think we're a little bit more than mercenaries. We're like supporters to a claimant to the throne, but you're not wrong. Mercenaries would be fine. Thancred over here and Urianger are also part of our Scions of the Seventh Dawn group. We've see previous expansion for things that we did and why we're working as two separate groups at the moment, but they got separately approached and hired by this second claimant here. So we at least don't have to worry about these guys stabbing us in the back. So just this guy and that dumb two-head dodo. Alright, I'm not getting anybody biting on that, so let us jump in. Okay, so... Uri and Alize are the healers. Sure, go for it. It is so nice that they added the NPC support system. Normally you'd go in here with players, but I don't want to wait in the queue time while I'm on video. Normally I would just wait. Well, that's nice looking. But I could just go in here with NPCs and we don't have to wait around. Torol Vidrol, Daligalmandra. First time I saw that thing, I was like, I'm gonna kill that. Day came sooner than I thought. Alright, what are we running? Willful. Burning for battle sustains most damage that would normally result in a KO will instead ignite will to live. Okay, so we even got a little boost on that. Alright, let's do it. Get in there, team. Okay, get my debuff up properly this time. First wind surrounds him. Okay. Gathering strength. That was too close. I noticed she didn't even try to dodge. I do like, they do a nice job of not having the AI play perfectly, and they do kind of play to their own characteristics. She learned, see, she learned this time. Get my debuff fully going. That was too slow there. Go ahead and debuff the boss, slow that damage. Yeah, I hate having to stare at my bars, but I definitely am feeling very drawn to them when I'm doing these combos. Summoning in ice. Okay, avalanche of some sort on that side. I think I'm alright. Okay, that usually is a move so you don't get frozen. Okay. I absolutely love how this game stays consistent with their combat language. That's such a strength of this combat system. That you can actually transfer knowledge that you've learned from other fights. You're not the one I should have stood there if I wanted to be safe. Ha, you missed me. Click on your feet. Yeah, yeah. Danger zone. They've changed aspects. Okay, what are you gonna do, Mr. Lightning? Blind me, apparently. Okay, why are you guys going high? I don't know if I want to be up high or if I wanted to be low for this. I did want to be up high, okay. Yeah, that's calling back to the Omega fight, or the Omega Raid series. Again, just that's such a good system that I can tell what's going on via that. Lightning bolts are falling on the field. Do I want to be up? Yes, so. Disaster zone. Maybe switching again. Double tanks need to be inside there. How far that's gonna push? Okay, fine, fine. Okay, debuff is up. Man, this is like Babel overclocking his brain, trying to. What are we doing here? Doing the fire one? Why are we doing the fire one? I have no idea why we chose to do this one first, but I'm gonna just trust that they know what they're doing. So we just gotta kill all three? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, I see. We have to keep the line formation for those blasts. Okay. Okay. Definitely some primo dance combat here. I keep expecting that to be slippery ground, and it really freaks me out. Trauma. Alright, nice save there, Uri. Right here. Perpetual conflagration, slow sinew, damage of time. Okay. Just takes more and more damage as it goes. Don't corner me. Okay, good. Debuff's fine. The one combo deals more damage as long as I have the debuff up, so I'm trying to make sure I'm doing the right one at the right time. Definitely not the most efficient play here, but I'm not embarrassed by it. Especially considering I'm only playing twice a week, so I'm not getting the normal like heavy regimen of learning a rotation I would when I start a new class. You're gonna do the double thing again. Oh, plus the lance like that. I didn't actually see that, so I kind of looked out on that one. I don't know if my special throw thing is actually a DPS gain or not. I'm just spinning those to use them. I need to see if that's actually a DPS gain or if it's only a movement ability. I gotta wiggle while this is going on. Okay. Pretty good fight, I have to say. I mean, it's the first, almost had my toe in that. First trial of an expansion, usually not the worst one. Hardest, that is. Danger zone. Yeah, my debuff just wore off. %. Then we go up to lightning. Do we want to be up? I'm gonna trust you guys. I don't feel like I want to. No. I definitely do want to be up. But I want to be up in that corner. Oh no! Ooh. Okay, that was close. Debuff back up. I think we're relatively safe over here. It's nice not having to worry about positionals in these fights with big creatures like this. See if we can burn him down before my debuff goes off, guys. I don't think we're gonna make it. We have to debuff. Sad. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Considering streaming takes about 30% of my IQ, plus doing a fight blind, plus playing on a class I'm not good at, I don't feel like I embarrassed myself. There you go. victory tea, I think. It's amazing how much just babbling while you're trying to fight takes out of your brain power. Really? I get second chance points even though I cleared it by myself? I didn't know that was a thing. I thought you had to be in groups for that. Alright, what do we know? Hold on. Did you say something, Cryo? Wasn't paying attention. No? Small wonder they called it Sky Ruin. I'd be curious to see if Zoral Jah in action. 'Twas an ordeal indeed. Well, that was grueling. I expected more. Dude, he's been starving for 80 years. Give the evil bird thing a chance. You fought well, Lemon Tea, without hesitation. Hey, and we got hit with the mechanics about equally, so I'm not gonna give you crap for your performance. You should use Serpent's Ire. It got buffed on level 90 and gives instant reawaken. I don't know the names well enough off Serpent's Ire. I'm gonna have to look at it when I'm not on stream. Trying to read details when you're also streaming is a bad mix. But I will definitely look at that. I didn't look at the patch notes, and I should have. Yeah, today did not go how I thought it was going to go. that's how today's gone. Oh, I disagree, bruh. I disagree. I've seen some people, man.
We did it. We slew Valiarmanda.
Was he actually dead? Did we, like, verify?
A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage.
How does her claws not go into her palm when she's using her axe? Trim your nails,
For
girl.
you, Papa!
Man, Babel is looking fresh in the new graphic engine, I have to say.
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father.
Thank you, the realist in the room.
The Vidral was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have
Well, now
fared
you're
a
just
fraction
copying
as
what I
well.
said.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it?
You weren't even alive 80 years ago. I'm sure you were alive 8 years ago.
Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best.
The one under your mana gauge, if I saw a collector from the green icon with the circle and a snake. Alright. Yeah, she did alright. You fought well, though. You know, credit where credit's due. She didn't drag us down. She did the tank mechanics.
I did, didn't I? Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend. I swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
What about you, Grumpy?
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
I didn't even notice what he was
Well,
doing in combat.
I
What
suppose we
did
should
you
head
guys happen
back
to notice
and
what
join
class
Aaronville.
abilities he was using? I wasn't paying attention, if I'm honest.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
Imagine having to hang out with Sorolja. Under my mana icon. Serpent's Ire. Okay, yep. Grants 1 stack of Rattling Coil. Okay, that is, I believe, that. Grants Ready to Reawaken. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can instantly just go into Reawaken. So yeah, you definitely want to use that in your opener then, right off the bat. It's your 2-minute ability too. Yeah, okay. Makes total sense. I still don't love this spot. I tend to do, this is my alt plus numbers, it's a little harder for my hand to hit. I really prefer 1 through 6, control 1 through 6. These are QEFs, and then control modifier, and then these are over on my mouse. So I don't know if this is the home it's going to stay in. We'll see. I guess it could go here. Normally that's kind of a defensive option for me, but I don't think I get one on this class, so maybe it could go over here. Although, once every 2 minutes, I really don't need it accessible, frankly. I just need to remember to hit it. He's a Viper too? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I am glad we did the Viper quest before we started, because it kind of gave us that nice introduction to the Vidal... whatevers. A matter of outdoing our father aside, this was the best outcome we could have hoped for. Never again will our people need to fear the looming shadow of the sky ruin. Yep, we just need to take a couple more heads and that will be solved. I'm still giddy from our victory. It was her first trial, you know. As a new player, after you kill a freak, you probably felt the same. Didn't I tell you? I'll pull my own weight on battle from now on. Yeah, you did fine, Kryl. Here. There you go. You get your head pats. Get your Pictomancer leveling in before they nerf you, okay? You know, it did well. Our promise has promise too, don't you think? Yeah, he's okay. He's alright. 'Tis fortunate we vanquished that winged calamity, ere it could inflict greater suffering upon the land. Alright, got you, Uri. Witnessing Zoral Ja in battle, I understand why he's widely considered to be Torola's greatest warrior. That's funny she says that, and I literally have to ask Cham, like, I didn't even notice him. What was he doing? I notice he's not here, he's already run off. Speaking of running off, grab this current. I did not get around to doing this. I definitely do, though, because it would be nice to be able to fly when we return to zones. Aaronville, what's up, man? Your proud expression bespeak a successful hunt. Not that I'm surprised in the least. Zoral Ja came back earlier, but left almost immediately, with Zoral Ja in tow. He seemed disinclined to share in any victory celebrations. Yeah, he's kind of a stick in the mud. That's nothing unusual for Zoral Ja. No, it's Bakajaja who concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most out of the mayhem he caused. Why? He's like not successfully done anything really. He's basically just stolen other people's work. Can't steal our work if he's not ahead or behind us. I still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Valigarmandra, it wasn't only Urukpacha at risk, there would have been deaths across the entire continent. I'm more certain than ever that Bakaja cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. Are we forgetting the taco he owes me, and that I'm going to skin him and turn him into boots? So, yeah, we're not just going to catch him and take your stone back. Yeah. No forgiveness, no forgetting on what he has done. You guys can be a little too soft at times. Got to get that Babblebee the pragmatist here. Solve some of these problems. The small 3-feet cat boy. Yeah. Kryl's actually a little girl. I guess it's a full-grown Lolafel. She doesn't actually have cat ears. She actually wears a hoodie that has cat ears, which seems a little weird in a world that literally does have cat people, both of the non-furry and where are you, Wook? And furry variety. I don't know, I always thought that was a little weird. Like, a little weird. But Kryl's cool. She's fine. Thancred, what's up, man? The Feet of Ice, and you're gonna give me an ether current. Thancred would suggest sharing the news of your victory. The Yakui must still be anxious, wondering whether or when Valigarmandra... Man, I'm so glad we killed him. Soon I won't have to read that name anymore. Best reward. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Alfino as well, I should think. Nah, he believes in us. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry another moment. Alright, we can finally put away this dumb cursor pet. I'm amazed that after literally years of having this is the first time you came in use. In fact, we can probably teleport here too. Yes, we can. Would you do me a favor and give me a challenge what to level next on my character? At the moment, I'm doing Viper, and I already did Red Mage, Summoner, and Dragoon. I just can't make my mind up. Well, you don't have a tank. If you get in on tank right now, you'd get the rewards for Hero in Need. Now is the time to level that. You could get your cracked Nova clusters and cracked, what are these ones? Prismatic clusters. If I wasn't doing this on stream, I would totally be playing a tank. I always level tank at the beginning of an expansion, and then you get these for your early materia. Not that you probably need it if you've already leveled that many characters, but plus, you know, you do people solid. The 20-minute queue for all those DPSers will be nigh instant for you. Paladin, decent choice. I've been fiddling a little bit. I needed to farm some tomestones. I haven't been playing since, like, I don't know, the 5.5 or 0.65 patch dropped, whatever the last one was. So I needed to actually farm some tomestones. So I've got 91 Paladin, 94 Warrior, 91 Dark Knight, 92 Gunbreaker. I've just been doing the extra dailies and building up the clusters wherever they're at in here. So, yeah, I always do that. You know, it's just nice. Give back to the community a little bit, help people with the queue times. And I actually do like tanking quite a bit. I like doing fights blind as a tank too, because unless it's an auto kill mechanic, nothing's gonna insta kill you, which is nice for learning. I see Master Alphino hath made good use of the time to further tend to the wounded. While we were contending with that screeching menace, I sent Baka Jajas off to the next feat. You know, if you accidentally shot him in the kneecap, I'd cover for you. I'm just saying, Thancred. Amidst the chaos of Skyrim's awakening, I'd forgotten we still have the Feat of Ice to complete. I thought the villagers would be in hiding. Alphino's confidence in us must have reassured them. I expected I would be asked to track many things during the course of our journey, but Valigarmanda was not among them. What's up, you two? Scaling the massive mountain, fighting an elector, battling against a legendary monstrosity? Yes, you could say I'm a little tired. Welcome back. Not only did I doubt that you... Not for a moment did I doubt that you'd return safe and sound. The twins. You too. Before we do anything else, I should talk with Gurfurlor. I'm absolutely amazed I was saying his name correctly the whole time. Another thing to be proud of.
To the temple, then?
Yes, and voice acting.
That won't be necessary. Heroes of the hour.
What's up, big man?
Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
You gonna carve our names in stone on top of the mountain too?
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town. But the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
We were gonna strengthen the prison
The
or something?
feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary? What more would we test, Zurmurwar? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Kulul
Did
Jaja,
Mr. Cranky Lizard stop by and get his
then no
keystone, or
one
did he skip
is.
out? I'm curious. Never mind, I guess I won't be curious for long. Sup, Cranky?
Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
Him wearing the bronze hat really reminds me of the thumbnail I made for Agartha. That meme makes me laugh every time I scroll past it on my channel, to this day. Also, why is the feet of ice stone not blue? My OCD!
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokui.
You know, he actually looks kind of like an Agarthan even.
May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Yeah, screw those other guys.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You woke Yamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea! That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a
For a second, I was going to say that
my
almost sounds like the
kin
world
would
unsundered, but
lift their gaze
I don't
to
think so.
behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shak Tural, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Wook Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Well, and if you found that, why would you ever leave?
Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel.
Okay, that's a good clue, finally.
But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory.
That's actually like a really good clue.
Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude.
Alright, Grumpy number 2. Settle down.
Merely repaid a debt.
Metropolis, yeah.
Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
Vorpor Lore, you're a secondary character in Final Fantasy. I'll be shocked if we never see you again, frankly. Okay, that was actually useful information there. And to answer your question, bruh, it maybe rings a little bell, but I don't remember anything off the top of my head about Soul Slash 2. Oh, no, I wanted to talk to everyone else. Rip. I don't think Vorpor Lore and his brethren have had a sudden change of heart. But that doesn't mean that they'll never change at all. Today's proof of that. Decline. A heavenly land suffused with a golden glow. So Yaktel is where the... No. So Yaktel is where the Yokhui had their golden dreams. We may still have a chance to investigate that tale first hand. With only 2 keystones remaining, we've at last begun to gain a fuller picture of the legend of the Golden City. What a turn of events! We were only meant to strengthen the ice, but Baka Jaja's idiocy forced us to do them one better. I don't think Vorpor Lore and his brother will suddenly have a change of heart. Yep. That probably tells me if I had done the side quests and the Ether Compass, we'd be able to fly now. So, on the to-do list. The promise of peace. Erinville proposes a course of action. I think it's time we return to Torolo. After scaling Toral's tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast to the death, even the dauntless healers like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. A respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear Foran's cabins calling our name. Alright, bye big friend. Keep wearing your helmet. You get major points from me for doing it. Alright, and I believe that's back to the capital. Yep. Social Rescue is a combination of Kinshin. I mean, Kinshi, I assume? Kessen. Or maybe that's Kinsen. I'm not sure what Kinshin is. Do you mean Kinshi and Dwarf Fortress? Yeah, that's actually kind of interesting then. I do like me some Kinshi. Kinshi 2 win. I know it's being developed. Alright, down to here. Yeah, let's take a peek here what we got. Different player characters. Red mage outfit. Can you tell that everyone here is in some sort of cutscene? Or maybe they're in some sort of chorus. Warrior gear. Alright. What do you guys know? I'll take the opportunity to think on some things. Alright. No sooner did we set foot back in Toriel than I felt a weight of recent events all at once. I'm definitely due for a long nap. I also really like the new setting that hides players when they're around quest NPCs. That's super useful. Oh, I won't say no to clean sheets and a soft pillow. There are still 2 feats left to go. I want to face them refreshed and ready for action. Alright. Rest well, everyone. We can meet back here later on. Is Mr. Dawnservant not going to summon us and talk about literally killing, like, a legendary creature? I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace, Wook Lamont? Wook Lamont, did you hear me? Lost in her own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. An attendant is standing by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. I will. They're gonna make me actually walk over there? Alright. Man, this would be a cool place to stay. I know there's, like, real life places like this. Beautiful. I've never really been to, like, a quintessential classic beach. Like, where I live, it's cold waters. It's not like tropical beach stuff. It's like cold Pacific Ocean. I've been to the beaches down in, like, Florida, Georgia area. And let's see. I went to the beach in Spain, both the southern and northern, near Barcelona specifically, in the south. And when I was in China, we were near the sea, but we didn't go to the beach. So, kind of missed out on all the, like, I guess Florida's pretty prime beach. Went to Florida Keys. But I'd love to do a beach vacation at some point. Okay, you're really creepy. Don't stand outside my door while I'm sleeping. Welcome back, Master Builder. Your cabin is just as you left it, minus a light layer of dust. I was saving that dust. Reminds me a lot of a floating market. Oh, that'd be cool to visit, yeah. A province in your country. Oh, that'd be really cool. We have okay beaches here in the Baltic Sea, and the water's passively warm. Nice. That's something. The Baltic Sea, yeah. Really? I didn't realize those waters got... Oh, of course, I guess warm is a relative term.
There's something I wanted to talk to you about. So,
I'm not interested.
It's just too stuffy in here, that's what. We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air. That's what we need.
I mean, we literally just came from, like, mountain fresh air. Maybe she just wants tips on leveling warrior. Oh, nice view there, though. That's the thing. Hang on. I think I may have my next thumbnail. Grab that quick, just in case that does come useful. Sorry to drag you away from your nice, comfortable cabin, but I could feel the walls closing in. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favorite places in Toril. That should help me get my thoughts in order. We'll go to the Resplendent Quarter and make our way up from there. More stairs? Really? Alright. Never let it be said that Babel shies away from some cardio. By the time you need it, it's too late. In Germany, 22 warms passes as warm water. Fair enough. That actually wouldn't be too bad. The water here is much colder. How do I get up there? I probably should have teleported. Back this way. But yeah, 72 degrees. Yeah, that'd be fine for water. You could get in that easy enough. The number that sticks out in my head, which this has been a long time, I seem to remember the water down in Florida was like 80, maybe it was a little cooler than that, but it was really nice. It was absolutely amazing. Oh, hello, dear. You want to welcome lots new friends? You're not introducing me to your mother, are you? Peshiwa, what are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? Old people face tech. We're leagues ahead of a lot of games. It's much healed now. Don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant with the greatest love of peace. I'm also noticing the fabric textures in the new graphic engine. This looks so much better than it used to. Like, you can kind of, I don't know if it comes through on YouTube, but like, you can get the idea that there's like actual like thread stitching. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Ho ho ho, there's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think that'll help. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshiwa. And thank you, Third Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. You know, you asked earlier, bruh, if we were mercenaries. I think we're kingmakers. That's the word I was thinking of. We're kingmakers. We've put several people on several different thrones, now that I think about it. All those smiling faces. Ah, sorry, Babel, I was getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we've made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel so much more special. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander about a little first? Then we can head to the spot I was thinking of. Yeah, I would love to do some travel, but that's not in the cards in the near future, especially not after the expenses I'm going to go through this summer. Get away from the summoner. And yet they're still better than a lot of games.
This is much better.
Cats do like climbing up to high places.
I used to come here all the time when I was little. Would look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of Warkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural?
That was a nice lens flare.
Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war. And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far.
Remember when we chased the birdmen? The cat would remember that. And the bird kids? I didn't notice that before. And the cat man? Okay, you can't have a flashback to something that just happened 5 minutes ago.
I realized
You are a
nothing
cat.
gives me greater joy than the happiness of others. Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
Oh, that's fair enough, yeah. Let's see. That's the sort of thing I'd expect you to say. You wish for a world like in the Yakui's dream? Ideals are nice in theory. I think number 2's out. I don't think that's what she means. I think I am the kingmaker here, so we need to keep her grounded, especially if we're going to put her on the throne. So, ideals are nice in theory. I mean, we've seen some stuff. Endwalker flashbacks. Shadowbringers flashbacks there too.
I understand that making everyone happy isn't practical or even possible. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. So, this is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness.
At first second, I thought she was gonna jump. That would have been a twist.
Just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be. It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies.
Well, that's for sure, yeah. You picked very well.
If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me,
Oh, she said the thing.
I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me? Thank the gods for that. Well, I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
Oh, Papa isn't gonna thank me for slaying a legend? Alright. I mean, I don't do it for the thanks. It's kind of nice, you know, every once in a while. Oh, look at that view. Look at my awkward sleeping posture. Had so much last night, I didn't even take my boots off. That's how you know you're in trouble. Golden Dreams? Missed opportunity. This seems like a really nice place to stay. See my bottles I left on the table? No hangover? We good. Stay hydrated, builders. Nice. Yeah, I'm relatively blind. I'm saying I'm at probably like 97% blind at this point. But I do get the general sentiment that people dislike her quite a lot. To me, she's just Alfie 2.0. This is like Alfie in towards the end of ARR, in the early parts of Heaven's Word. So it's fine, you know. One thing this game does very well is it develops characters. So, I did not like Alfie at all in base ARR. And I was pretty mad at him at the banquet events. But, yeah, he took responsibility and he learned some lessons, you know, grew as a person. That's one thing that's been so good. I know for people who haven't played through Final Fantasy, you know, you're seeing these people for the first time, but a lot of these other Scions, I mean, you're talking hundreds of hours of character development. So, yeah, there's a lot of backstory here. So even when they do things that are a little odd or whatnot, sometimes it makes sense. It's not even just forgivable, it makes sense why they're doing that. Alright, how are we doing on time? I think we're alright. I kind of want to be careful. I don't really want to start the next big chunk. I don't want to go quite that late tonight. We can go a little bit further. You look in good spirits. I assume your leisure time was well spent. I know you're not old enough yet, Alfie, but sometime you'll have to come back here and we'll hit the bar scene. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it'll soon be back on the road for us. You are being a little one-dimensional, though, I will say, Alfie. Come on, give me a little more here. The leap to Dawntrail. I also pretty soon am going to start getting gear that's going to outdo what I currently have. I'm in the augmented Endwalker gear, so pretty soon I'm going to have to start actually looking at gear stuff. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. professional kingmaker for hire. If the price is right, you could be king. Building a king worthy of a kingdom. See, bruh, you get it. You get it, man. You can build many things. Now that we've refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all the claimants as they currently stand. Zoral-Ja and Koana have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Wukomat would be equal to them, but Buck Jaja's thievery, which left us 1 short. And the conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger in the proof and wreaked havoc on the feet of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may even think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what's mine, I swear. He owes me a taco and his life. In that order. Well, or maybe the other order, depending on what I want to put in said taco. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, Bakul Jaja's unleashing of Valley Garmanda is in the indication. Using his lead, I anticipate he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. I mean, there's something to be said about wanting to legitly win, right? Like, if you win this contest through trickery or whatever, no one's gonna believe in your rule. Like, you're gonna have just absolute horrendous public order problems. Like, if this is how they're gonna choose a ruler, you've got to do it at least legitimately enough to be legitimate. But neither will I surrender my claim on the throne so easy. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. Also, good point, we might have to be pragmatic at some point. There's something to be said about that too. The last 2 keystones we require are the Lay of Repast and the Lay of Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between Mamul-Ja and Shubral in the forests of Yaktel, specifically near the village called Ik-Brox. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me away when I was a baby. Kitten. The word is kitten. Where the Lay of Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it said that a foreign explorer came seeking audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Eorzea has a similar tale. The explorer Ketan Ram befriended a 2-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travels across Tyrol. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but he was ultimately lost at sea. Thought to be lost at sea. At least that's what the commonly held belief. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. So this Ketenram fellow must have come to Tyrol. We know he was part of the saga. We saw him, or close enough. But if he did indeed arrive some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet. Vestiges of Yakui architecture notwithstanding. Point. Wait, you said Autarch, did you? Then Ketterman must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk, is that a city? One of the grandest in Tyrol once upon a time, and the seat of Mamul-Ja's homeland. It too lies in Yaktel, not far from Ik-Brox. Then, all things considered, Yaktel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding in one of Kona's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? I don't know. I don't get airsick or seasick. Is one actually worse than the other for people who do? Maybe if there's like turbulence? Flying's never particularly bothered me, even when it's been turbulent. Hey, you can yak over the side. Don't worry about it. Alright, we need to get way up there, so we're going to be smart this time and use our stone. It'll be just fine. How exciting! The design of troll dirigibles intrigues me. I must note how they perform compared to Eorzean airships. Airships should be much more advanced. These kind of remind me of the Ixal tech, more than Charlayan tech. You know, there was a very underrated Realm Reborn beast tribe. The one where you help the Ixal build their balloon. I actually really enjoyed the story of that. And then later on, when you go to Assis Law, and there's that one dungeon where the one dude is in there, and he discovers how the Ixal came to be. I thought that was a really good payoff to that storyline. I know a ton of people skipped it because they didn't want to do the Realm Reborn crafting beast tribes, but I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that ending when he's like, "You gotta believe me, we're all just failed experiments," and the other guy's like, "Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, man. We're gonna forge our own path." I'm vastly oversimplifying that, but I really enjoyed that storyline. Even the Lullafell in it was alright. And that's saying something, because I normally don't like Lullafells. For as much as I wish I could ignore him, Bakul Jaja is a real threat. We can't afford to let our... Ignore him, Alizé. We are gonna skin him. We are gonna skin him. Fool me once, you won't fool me a second time. Ready to leave when you are. Yaktel, where the Yakui dreamt of the Golden City. I wonder if one of us is gonna actually have a golden dream. Maybe we can echo it. Did I talk to you? Ready to leave when you are, yeah. Dirigible Attendant, what a title. The next flight to Yaktel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Alright, Disney Attendant. Item level 666. Ooh, that's cursed. Are we sure that thing will stay in the air all the way to Yaktel? Are you ready? Bags packed and our goodbye said. There's no going back once we lift off. I basically don't know anyone here, so I'm not sure who I'm saying goodbye to. Not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure you're not nervous. All right, no, we're not doing this. This is regression. No. There you go. Gotta get my little water spray bottle out. Oh, who was I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand just until my nerves have settled? Let's try to pair her up with one boy. Maybe ask Aaronville. That stick in the mud, he'd never let me live it down. There she is, third promise. Just wait a moment. Moblu and Tobli? Of course, I'll wait as long as you need. Everyone gets back off the ship. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Kryle's earring. Aw, 2 clues. Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Yogg-Thorol as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right, we tracked down the elderly merchant for whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at the market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring? Could only be my grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yaktel, to where it seems you're already bound. Well, that's a coincidence. What luck! Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather here, or yet another discovery to look forward to? I hope her grandfather's around. I'd like to meet him. If I had to guess, if he is around, he's in the Golden City. That's a Babel prediction there. Thank you both for coming all this way. Same with Kettern Man, or whatever his name is. I have a feeling he found the Golden City, and he's possibly there. Anything for the third promise. Good luck on the rest of the rite. Thanks, I won't let you down. I've just got to board the dirigible, and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yaktel. I am so tall compared to everyone else. I guess Uri's about my same height. I really hope she wins. Yaktel will test her mettle without a doubt. The next Dawn service must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. At the moment, I would say her and Catboy brother, Kanoa, are about tied in my mind. They'd both be okay.
The fierce Shepral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place
meteors
is
in
so
ancient
named.
times makes me think of Final Days.
It is here, where the Shepral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
What happened to the previous leaders? Her adoptive father of her, the Catboy, and the actual father of the one-headed lizard guy is getting really, really old. So this contest that we're in is to pick who's going to be his replacement. And he was the founder of the nation. So they don't have anyone else beforehand.
Never been good with heights.
But and heights? Wow.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozamautka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
Everyone looks at Luke.
It was one time.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Shepral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
No, I can honestly say I don't think ever in my life have my knees been shaking or my knees knocking, even at my scaredest moments. I don't know if what that exactly says, but I've never had that sensation. So curious what that actually feels like. Would it kill Ehrenwald to give me the benefit of the doubt or benefit of a second chance? No, you literally got yourself kidnapped by a guy with candy, essentially. I can't put you on the throne if you're dead, so be careful. Worry not. Cryo and I will ensure the promise doesn't wind up at the bottom of one of those cenotes. Thank you, I'll say. Appreciate it. I can hardly fathom how difficult travel must have been for the second promise. Before the second promise introduced dirigibles. Can you imagine having to walk all this way? Well, that journey was delightful. The wind was fair, and the vessel hardly rocked at all. Yeah, we've been on some rocky rides, haven't we, Alphino? Interesting music here, too. With a thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. Alright, somebody needs to, like, put the little kid leash on Wuklamot before we go anywhere. Actually. Alright, so what is here? Like a dirigible landing tower and like a barn? Is that like it? Almost like tiki torches. Oh, now that's pretty. Speaking of exotic swimming holes, can you dive in the water in this one? Or are we not allowed? No underwater here? Right. I was hoping. Also finding a ether current. Man, that water is crystal clear. I might come back here for a screenshot later too. Maybe that'll be the next one. Lahi. Law no. I'm liking the nice dense foliage. They did a really nice job with this zone. For all of Ehrenwald's insistence, I've yet to discover anything particularly blue about this forest. Fair enough. Maybe it happens at night. Take care not to get separated. I'd hate to lose you at this rampant undergrowth. I do like how she's literally minding Wuklamot. See, no tumbles, thanks to Cryo and LSA, but it still counts. Is that Ikbrax over there, I wonder? Good, everyone's accounted for. Ikbrax is up ahead. Let us be on our way. That's a weird thing. What is that? Oh yeah, now that's a sinkhole. Yep. Just so you know, I shall be very cross if you push me. I wouldn't push you, I'll say. All the cenotes this deep, I wonder? Ha! I've fallen into a high-tide harbor enough times to be a professional diver. There's no way I'd fall into something like this on accident. What's so blue about this forest? You'll see. Ehrenwald was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. Alright. 95 already. Jeez. I'm not... I can tell you for a fact I would not be able to climb out of this. I would just die. That'd be the end of Apple. Village of the Hunt. Oh, I need to go unlock the next piece of hunt. I bet you I'm high enough for that now, too. Ready to head on in? Yep. Yeah, well, I mean, the leader's at least still alive. I think if he died, we would definitely have problems. I mean, that's the idea of the contest, right? That we're not going to have any succession crises. It's very Crusader Kings. We'll get to Crusader Kings at some point. Our first task could be finding an elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly on us. I mean, they said we could do it in any order. The third promise and her retinue, I presume. I do not care for the Hrothgars. They were a mistake to add, I'll say it. Could have picked something more interesting. We already had cat people. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Dumb cat mustache. Then come and join us at the Garden of the Stars, the center of the village. Everyone's waiting for you. Everyone? And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. Have a good one, Camped. Thanks for hopping in, man. You're not going to miss too much. I think I'm going to end right ahead here. We may do the next one. We may pause there, just depending on what it looks like. Kind of a short stream today, but it is what it is. Yeah, we'll go through this and then we'll pause.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with Ligarmanda in the first place.
Haha, your stupid plan didn't work.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Get him, get him.
Now that we are assembled, let us begin.
He should frankly just be disqualified.
My name is
That was a
Umuruk.
ridiculous stunt.
As a brash rash, I have the honor of serving as elector on behalf of my people. As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise, if you would please join us.
Eating contest, let's go. What's up, guys?
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Well, I think he should be able to team up with himself.
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
We're gonna get the idiot, aren't we? I'm preparing myself.
"12 forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help."
Yeah, that's my girl. You know it's gonna happen.
Claimants,
You know it's
please
gonna
present
happen.
your colors. I have read.
Setting us up like this basically just means we have to fight as soon as this is done.
On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red,
Ah, thank
which
goodness.
means...
We could definitely have
Together
done
again.
worse. Wow, I'm
As fate
shocked
would
I
have
guessed
it.
that incorrectly. A surprise, but a pleasant one to be sure.
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Kidney punch me in for me.
Not the one hit.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows.
I still vote we have an eating contest.
Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
I wasn't that far off.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
I have leveled my cooking all the way to 90.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
I am ready for this one.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Maybe he's just hungry.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
I feel like we're playing both sides of
Indeed.
the conflict
If I
here.
were to guess at the significance of the feat,
I guess no matter
few
who
things
wins, we
reflect
win.
the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
It's true.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
Love me some beef stew. Make me hungry, Final
The
Fantasy.
peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living.
People gotta eat.
So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? A leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
He's just trying to push things too fast. He's not wrong. He's just too aggressive with his speed of wanting to do
The
changes.
rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques.
Okay.
Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
I mean, he's an alchemist, so he should be at least okay at cooking. And cooking's basically alchemy.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
I hope we're gonna do like a big roast. Like a luau. Although those stoves don't look very luau-y. I just made that word up. That's something every mercenary and political can get behind. Yep. I mean, it kind of is, right? Like, both of our sides agree that Mr. Blue and his war cannot be allowed to win. I think everyone agrees the bully's not allowed to win. So no matter which one of these two wins, I mean, we come out on top, right? We don't even have any animus against each other. We were just hired by different groups. So, yeah. Yeah, I think we win no matter what. Okay, I am going to call it there. I think I'm going to change my idea for a screenshot for the next one. Let me get over here. See a little bit how the sausage is made, no pun intended. Excuse me, no photobombing, please. No photobombing, please. Okay, it's also a maybe. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, thanks again for the people who were able to make it today. I know it was my bad for having to move times twice, but I was not expecting deliveries today. I don't know why. I asked them to do one delivery, but they made at least two, so it is what it is, though. I'm gonna definitely take tomorrow off. I'm gonna try to build the new machine, assuming things arrive at a reasonable hour. maybe we'll be on the new machine for Friday, maybe we won't. But either way, I'm planning on having the Dominions stream on time, regular everything. Nothing should change about that. And I'm going to leave everything else up in the air until I get things settled. I do just want to invest the time, get the new machine built. I'm going to have to reset OBS and my sound and the new camera and DaVinci and my photo pro. So I got a lot of setup to do. So we will have Dominions. Everything else is just kind of coming as soon as I can. So thank you again, everybody. Had a fun time. Bruh, hope you have a good day. Hope you're feeling better. And I will talk to everyone in the next one. Second monitor, I can actually click the in-stream button. 1% right there. I can actually reach it. All right, Babble out.